Libra. This is Christelle Martinette, and what is this? This is a general reading for the month of August. Now, I'm going to start with putting a couple of cards down from the Lenormand deck. I've used this before, oracle cards, and then I'll surround those with tarot cards and ultimately the Vera Sibila cards and crown the reading with the runes. Libra, let's see what's in store for you for the month of August. Well, let me show you these first. I have the book, the cross, the man, and what it looks like to me on the face of it, before we open any other cards, is that there is definitely a karmic moment, a very serious, important karmic moment, Libra, concerning a male, obviously with this male, but this also can be a spiritual leader for you, a spiritual leader that you have yet to encounter, a person who will serve as a sort of guide, a guru for you. I don't see it as a male partner coming in. No, I don't see that as that. I'm seeing it as something that has been hidden from you for quite some time. Could be a person from a past life, but I'm looking at it as a spiritual leader, a guide of some sort, a person in flesh and blood. This is not a spirit guide, one of your spirit guides. No. This is a bona fide person of flesh and blood. Let's see what we have with the tarot around this. Okay, look, let me show you these cards. And the first incoming card is the Two of Cups. Then I have two tens. I've got the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords. Both tens that you don't want to see in a reading. Well, you don't want to see those nines in a reading, but the tens are the end of a difficult cycle. Then we've got this Emperor. And definitely, Libra, there is an Aries in your life. There's an Aries in your world. And it could be, as I'm seeing it, related to work, the Ace of Swords and the Eight of Cups. Now, what like I said, what I don't like is these two tens. The Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords, and it looks like to me that, of course, the tens are the end of a cycle, and the cycle involves. All right, we have a Page of Cups, and the Three of Cups. They definitely are two cycles that have ended. One will be ushering in a moment where you finally open up emotionally, and another where you rejoice emotionally. These do have their mirror meanings here, and in terms of the rejoicing and the ideas and the truth coming to the fore, emerging, that is why there will be rejoicing. That is why there will be a light moment coming around the first week of August, the end of the first week, the beginning of the second week in August. We're going to start seeing a lighter sense of lightness and a spirit. I tell my subscribers, go back and listen to this several times during the month of August, because things that I will say to you during this reading, Libra, will not make any sense to you until you've experienced them because you cannot foresee them. Um, so they definitely are the end of a cycle. I'd like to take a look at the Sibila around the decks. Well, wait a minute, I'm still called to take a card over that eight of cups. I knew there was something there. I've got this five of coins. The five of coins is a card that talks of needing to build up your spiritual wealth and your finances. As if you quit a job or you were sent away, but I'm seeing you having made the choice to change. And what is in store for you, or what you're going to be experiencing the very tail end of the month, is this not uncertainty, because it's a situation that you called to yourself. You have requested. You made that decision yourself. Also, I'd like to take with the tarot this ace. All right, the ace of swords brings me the justice card. And what is the justice card? The justice card is you, Libra. The justice is the Libra card, or a fellow Libran. I'm seeing it as being you, and your truth finally emerges. And it makes sense when I link it to a spiritual leader that crosses your path in this life. So I'm going to take the Sibila cards and go around the spread and lay several for each area. They're very talkative today for your reading, Libra. Very talkative. Oracle cards are called oracle cards because they speak. Tarot have a different tradition, have a different cultural heritage, but in truth, the tarot do speak in their own way. I'm going to take the incoming card, this Two of Cups. And what am I looking at? I'm looking at a situation that has healed, a situation a romantic situation that has been patched up. And there is abundance, spiritually speaking, and in terms of love. Not only that, will yield also. It seems funny, and I've seen this before, Libra. I've seen it with myself, but I've seen it with others as I was reading, that just when our emotional life seems to be more balanced, our financial life then too becomes more balanced. And this is what I'm looking at. And I'm looking at a bit of abundance coming your way. Not a bit, it may be more, but I'm seeing that there will be communication in terms of your work, your activity. Then I have here, we're rounding out the end of the first week, the end of that difficult cycle when there is an opening to your emotions. And again, here too, I see healing. You see, in both these short spreads, there is an indication of low energy, a healing taking place, and there's in this end of the first week, I do see you thinking about what has just happened. This highs and these highs and lows romantically, emotionally. This doesn't have to be just romantically. This could be a very emotional situation that took place and finally came to a head with this Ten of Wands. Very difficult. It was like a cross you had to bear. And you're trying to think, what can I learn from this? What can I take away from this experience? Now, we're going to the mid-second week, and at the end of that difficult cycle of holding in truths not emerging, and it was all about you saw what we saw over this Ace of Swords. And what am I looking at? I'm looking at communication. Now, this is very clear. Listen up, Libra. There's communication between a person you are interested romantically or emotionally and a third party. And it is a situation, I'll explain it to you like this. If you are in a relationship, the person you are involved with clarifies, has a moment of clarification with that third party, with another person. And it is just for clarification because remember, this is a moment of celebration. So let's say that your difficult emotional roller coaster moments are behind you with this Ten of Swords, and your own truth, funny as it may seem, it involves another person and them coming to terms with their own emotional life, but what comes out is your own truth, what is important for you, Libra, in this life and for your soul. I have here over this Aries card that there's definitely that the Aries is in your life. In one facet of your life, could be a family member, a friend, a significant other, or a work relation in your life. I'm seeing here, look, there is a warning of watching your back because that Aries may not have your best interests in mind. However, since these two cards are sort of canceling each other out, they're two negatives, you know, in the card speak, in the Vera Sibila talk, the two negatives do indeed make a positive. However, you may see the tail end of that, you know, difficult person who is plotting against you. But you're very lucky, Libra, because you do have someone on your side who indeed is looking out for your best interests. And with these two tens, it does definitely say, no, those days are over. But there will be the remnants of that. You're going to feel that still. You're going to at least think about it and never want that to happen again. Now we have, we're into the end of the third week, you know, going into the fourth week, in the end, really, mid-third week, the end of the third week. And I'm seeing you when you're faced with your mirror, with your truths, Libra, you start to see very, very clearly the dark side and the light side. And you ask yourself, who is the real me? Yes, I do recognize me as wanting to go in that dark side because I enjoy myself, because I like to look there. I like to play there. But then again, I do like to emerge as being clean, cleared, and energetically more balanced. But in truth, Libra, we become balanced when we have before us those two worlds that we can go into and out of without any fear, and knowing that they are both part of us. But I do have here the friend card. This talks about harmony and it talks about balance. And so we're getting towards the end of August, and I'm liking what I'm seeing, except for this Eight of Cups and this Five of Coins. And indeed, it is all about your finances. And indeed, it does talk about your finances. something that you have tied yourself to, as if, you remember I mentioned there may be a position, a work position that you have changed, and your change may not seem to you as being a positive choice on your part. But I'm finding that the cards are counseling you to use the gift of communication, and in this case, oral communication, Libra, that would best suit your interests in that domain. Now, we've covered that. I'm happy with that. Let me take the runes to crown the reading, Libra. Let's see what we have here. Let's take a look. Take a look. Take a look. Take a look. Okay. Good. 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 All right. Now, first of all, I'll give you the bad news. It's not really bad. Algides, you see it's upside down. It's Merkstave. Algides usually talks about fortunate new influence in your life. Now, in this position, it will tell you that usually the protective nature of this rune is not casting its net. It's not there for you. And why do I say that? Because I have a number of runes, 3 to tell you the truth, out of the 7 that have come out, which is quite a lot. Well, 3, 4 with this, that talk of delays. Look, first I have Isa, and Isa talks about a cooling down in relationship, and this is work related. That's 1. And remember, there's no net. You are not protected by the universe. You have to be careful with the decisions you make, and hence the decision of taken on a workplace. Then we've got need. Need here. Every time I see need, I say, "Oh Jesus, here we go again. We need patience." All right, wait, the patience. There's a delay. There are constraints out of your control. It's a difficult learning situation, and you feel like you're going to be coming up against failure in the work environment. All right, so that's 2. 1, 2, and 3 strikes, you're out, and I've got Hagalas. Now, this 2 talks about delays. This 2 talks about forces outside of your control, and the time is not ripe. So if you are thinking at the beginning of the month, well, at the end of the month, I'm going to take that job. I'm going to quit my old one. I can't take it anymore. Think twice, because the time may not be ripe. Now, what's interesting to me, regardless what I've just said, are 2 runes that talk about your intuitive abilities and the way you seek information. First of all, we have Keenats, and Keenats is bright stuff. It's open. It talks about strength, energy, and power. It talks about opening up and starting something new. Remember, there's a delay. Remember, they're telling you to hold off. The idea is, yes, you will start something new. But what do we have? We also have Perdro, and Perdro is bright state, is in the upright position. It's a magical, mystical rune, and it talks about hidden secrets, the occult. There's something that you don't see. Secrets do emerge, but at the very tail end of the month, when you have to make decisions, go looking for signs, go looking for counsel. If you have to, get a reading, go to a psychic that you trust. And it talks about surprises, and not always are there surprises, good surprises, especially if they're linked to a negative choice on your part. Now, lo and behold, I do have Urus, and Urus is upside down. It's Merkstave. And here it counterbalances that vital force energy of Keenats. This it's sort of, you're energetic there, but this, in certain realms, especially in decision making process, you are not energetically inclined. This does talk about a recovery. You will recover, and here we're talking about September. This is strong male energy that calls for a sacrifice. You are determined, Libra. You are very determined, but your drive needs to be tempered with your intuition. Good. Your drive needs to be tempered with your intuition. Libra, I do hope this was of help to you. And I'll be back in about 10 days, 2 weeks, with the readings for the moon cycles, the moon love cycle readings. And right below the video, give us some indication of your story. It's always nice for everybody to share stories. Storytelling makes the world go round. That's what I think. And it helps people understand certain things about themselves as well. It's as sharing your indications and details about your life is like giving, extending yourself. It's heartwarming for others to read. Namaste, and until we read together again, Libra. Bye-bye.